Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS and the inventor of the CTKS method and BORSOG trading. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back KS family. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin is currently down 1.76% to 22,711. Ethereum is down 2.75% to 1539. No matter how red the market gets, there's always pockets of opportunity. As crypto technical analysts, we seek to identify these opportunity pockets. And each and every day, we go through the crypto market sectors. Why do we do this? Because you're seeking to see how sectors interrelate. And there are so many sectors and so many cryptos within each sector. And BORSOG trading helps you to actually get in synchronization with the market. That is what its purpose is. And it's all about starting small and scaling, just starting small with coffee money. This will significantly improve your profitability as an investor and of course as a trader. And we know all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. So therefore, gaining an understanding of trading is something that should be high on the agenda of every investor. From my 30 plus years in financial markets, I explain the smart money mindset to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining real wealth in the process. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. I love sharing this time together. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the links to the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass, the tax software I use, and you can also directly message me on Twitter at any time. If you're going through a life pullback at the moment, please know that our global families, love and healing thoughts are with you. You're not alone. The sun will come out again, and there's always hope. As crypto technical analysts, we scientifically track investor attention, which is measured by price, which is reality and not future promises. The first thing that we do is to mark up our charts with the CTKS method. This is a specifically designed, invented method to upgrade candlestick pattern analysis to reflect the exponential nature of crypto. And then we look to outside trends, collecting probabilities and checking the stock markets. Then we look back into the crypto market, finding the market's focus, which is Rule 32. Understanding that opportunities reset daily, just like in life, which is Rule 28, and enhancing our pattern recognition, which is Rule 109. And before we buy or sell, before we get to the trigger section, we must always have a mastery of our emotional control. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit today in this special episode, episode 600. Wow, we did it, family. How cool is that? Because we know with real wealth and positive excellence, all things become possible. And then there are so many ways to buy and sell. And the market is always changing its character, so we have to change along with it. Real wealth and positive excellence relate to Rule 570. Psychology sets profitability. It's incredibly important that we prime our thinking to a profitability state, and that's why we have the CTKS Creed. I know the universe wants me to succeed. This is what you can say to yourself every time you're in the crypto market. Every day I show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. I know opportunities in life reset daily. I am worthy. I go slow to go fast. I start small and scale with BORSOG. Life pullbacks give me strength for the next life rally. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. Having this positive psychology aspect to yourself is really, really important. It's so important that to live fully, take your story of pain, loss, and grief and bin it. This is really important, to bin painful stories, because they keep us bound to the pain. We keep on creating the pain in our life by talking about it over and over again. And it's just part of life. We all have stories of pain. Some pains are incredibly painful. Some losses are excruciating. Some grief is utterly depressing. But we cannot be held hostage to that pain, that loss, and that grief. We have to bin it in order to live fully. Sometimes those painful stories can be so painful that we become defined by them. If we're defined by our loss, how can we make gain? If we're defined by our setbacks, how can we move forward? If we're defined by our grief, how can we be happy? This is why inside the creed we talk about I win or learn and never blame. This is part of burning your past story, of binning it. And binning it is a great idea. You'll feel the weight of the world come off your shoulders. And everybody has an abundance of painful stories. You don't have to go too far. You don't have to scratch too deeply on another person to find there's many, many people that have so much pain in their lives. But it's what you choose to do with that pain. Do you choose to fuel your forward progression, or do you choose to let the pain take all the pleasure and the joy and the happiness out of life? Let's be dedicated to winning or learning and never blaming. Just if you feel yourself getting inside a negative story, just say, I'm binning this. And why is that? Because I know the universe wants me to succeed. This CTKS creed is incredibly important. It will give you a beautiful, beautiful life. And you are worthy, and those opportunities are out there. You just have to clear the past pain to see them. Looking at the crypto market today, we can see it's pretty red. What happened to the stock market? I would imagine that fear spiked and the Nasdaq came down. Let's check it out with rule 225. It's almost like magic, isn't it? That's exactly what happened. The Nasdaq came down. And what did Bitcoin do? It came down as well. If you're new, a very, very warm welcome to you. Welcome to the family. And what you can see here is Bitcoin's price action indeed took a leg down, and fear indeed took a spike up. Notice how bond prices rallied and yields fell. This is really important to keep your eyes on these particular associations. We can also see the gold rallied up and the dollar also rallied up. Go figure. And what do we see with oil? It's slowly turning around. Is it going to hold itself, or is it going to continue down further? And we notice with junk bonds, this is a very risk on. We can see that it's just retracing. It's got a lot of positive momentum, and it certainly has not broken any structure. We can see that the FOMC meeting, the next one is in 4 days and 18 hours. And when we look at the probabilities, the probability of a target rate between 250 and 275, so we're talking about a 100 basis point increase, was 30% 1 week ago. 1 day ago, it was 27.9%. Now it's 20.1%. What is this saying? It's saying that the probability of a 75 basis point increase is going up and up and up the closer we get to the actual FOMC meeting. And this is quite interesting, because if we look a week ago, it was 70%, but if we look a month ago, it was 91%. The FOMC raise of basis point increases, it's all about fighting inflation, and we can see that inflation has been coming down and down and down and down for quite a while. But what do we notice here? We've got a new reading on the Fed balance sheet. It's actually now just clicking up 8.899 trillion. Previously, it was 8.896 trillion. All of these things matter because the Fed was basically saying we're going to collapse all the purchases, we're going to withdraw the support in the market, and that's not what has happened. A lot of people get really addicted to the news, and they take the news as some form of gospel. You've got to be really careful. Just look at the markets, look at the charts. The charts will tell you the truth. The news is often very, very sensationalistic. It has to be, because that's how they sell newspapers. Always be your own detective when it comes to the market. And when you do the masterclass, I provide my live charts in a variety of different lessons. This one is in TM4, so you can refer to it at any time. And this market view is in TM6. Active learning is so incredibly important to your success. You need to be able to read the markets very, very well. And that's what we do inside the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass. But the concept here, looking at these charts, what do you think the NASDAQ will do? Where do you think it will find support? Or where do you think it will find resistance? This is a critical thing to keep your eye on. If you just sort of passively sit back and look at, oh, bond prices are up and yields are down and the dollar is doing this and oil is doing that, it's not going to take you where you need to go. You need to be really, really active. Please just drop a little comment. Where do you think it's heading to? We need to keep global markets in mind as well. There's something really interesting here. There's a bit of a hidden secret in this chart. Please let me know what you think it is. It's one particular thing that I am looking at. If you can see it, I'll be very impressed. Just drop a comment. And Masterclass students, you get this live chart and the deep dive into it in LV19. Rule 45, no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. On a day like today, you can probably see how Bitcoin's gravity is affecting the crypto market. Bitcoin has gone marginally negative, and I say marginally because under 2% is like a sneeze for Bitcoin. It's just like nothing. But you can see what it does to the crypto market. Let's have a look at fear and greed. Fear and greed, which is basically the VIX of the stock market as compared to crypto. What we can see, the fear gauge in the crypto market, we had a lot of optimism returning into the crypto market, and the fear and greed index was 34 yesterday. What is it today? Spot on, it's 33. And what we can see here is this crypto fear and greed index. There's a lot of optimism returning into the crypto market, and there's optimism returning into the stock markets as well. But we always know price moves in a wave. It's always going up and down and up and down and up and down. That's rule 4. Because price is always fluctuating, you need to think of your ANF rule. What if price goes against you, goes nowhere, or just on the off chance it goes for you? It's not like that. But the concept is, think about it like that. A lot of people, when they get into crypto, they only consider the for case, this one down here. It's like you're going to get green traffic lights wherever you drive your car, and everybody else is going to get red. It's not like that. It's always red and green, green and red, red, green. Whatever. It's just like the crypto market. So always consider that you control the trade, but the market controls the return. And when I say that, there are certain realistic levels that the market can reach, and you can reach those with BORSOG as well. But always consider the three-dimensional decision-making process. What do you do if price goes against you, goes nowhere, or goes for you? And let's have a look at what mischief Bitcoin is up to. Bitcoin is currently trading at 22,586, and we can see we've entered weekend trading. This is the beautiful thing, and the hard thing, I guess, about crypto. It's a 24/7 market, which means it's wonderful. You can actually be in crypto every single day of the year, unlike the stock market, which is open literally 1 hour. Out of every 5 hours, crypto is open. 1 hour to every 5 hours. That's unbelievable. That's why there are no gaps inside the crypto market. And what do we see happening here? Bitcoin is starting to come down, but where could it go? And this is always the question you need to ask and answer for yourself. Let's have a look. What we actually can see is we're at a specific support line at 22,647, and we can see we're just marginally below that at the moment. If we lose this particular support line, we would anticipate we're going down to other support lines below. But if we can break through this support line, use this support line and get above this resistance at 22,970 and make our way past level F at 23,551, the party is back on, my friends. I want to take you much deeper into this, and I have shown you a little bit about this in past episodes, but I want to really drill in. You'll remember this line that I drew on Bitcoin. I just want to explain some market dynamics which I think will help you very, very much. What you actually see here is an uptrend, and this uptrend was honored on the first pullback and then reached a peak and pull back, reached a peak and pull back. Notice that there's something very specific about this pattern, and don't worry about the numbers. This is not some mystical thing. I'm just explaining pullbacks and rallies within the trend. What you can see here at 0.1, 0.3, we broke under 0.5, then we broke under 0.7, and notice this strength. Notice 1, strength. Notice 3, strength. Notice 5, weakness, followed by a massive amount of strength, followed by weakness, followed by strength, weakness, strength, even more strength. And then what happened at 0.12? We saw something new. We saw weakness, couldn't get above, weakness, couldn't get above, and now a lot more weakness. What does this tell you? And it's really important to discuss things like this. Please drop your perception in the comments. It really, really matters. A lot of times influencers say it means this and it means that, but people don't really get it until they get involved. The entire reason that I started the masterclass was to pass on my knowledge. And if you go across to CryptoTechnicalAnalysis.org, and you hop across to the testimonials page, you can see the video that I shot on the 11th of December 2021 when the masterclass was first created, and it gives you a very good understanding as to why I do what I do each and every day, 7 days a week, and without taking one day off. I'm here to help people, but I do it for a very, very specific reason. The next question we have to ask and answer: if, for example, Bitcoin's price starts to plummet, starts to go down, well, maybe it doesn't plummet, but maybe it just retraces. But if it does come down, what are the specific support levels? I've actually put them there for you. One is at 22,229. This is just based off this specific pattern. These are just things to keep your mind on. And why is this? Because we BORSOG in and out of specific trades. We know that the vast majority of cryptos, your beloved alts, will move in accordance with Bitcoin's gravity. And if that is the case, you really, really need to know where Bitcoin can head to for the downside and the upside. And the downside is the one that hurts the most, so that's the one that we're focusing on just here and now. I can hear some people say, Ken, do the upside, do the upside. Okay, my friends, I do this just for you. We can see upside resistance at that 23,539 mark and upside resistance at 24,177. So please let me know in the comments what you feel is a likely support level for Bitcoin to actually bottom out and then start to reverse at, just a short-term level. Always keep in mind that we're entering weekend trading, so things could be a little bit volatile, and light volumes often mean that people can move the price much more than they could in a normal working week, so to speak. Let's have a look at the number of margin longs and shorts in the market. At the moment, what we can see, the longs are in green, the shorts are in red. What does this indicate? The shorts saw a lot of confidence coming into the market, and now they've been taking profit. It looks like they're getting over a level of resistance and probably are going to resume back up. I think the shorts are indicating that they feel market conditions warrant a move down. We can also see something interesting as well. The longs are also coming up. The longs are getting more confident as well. It really will show in time how this particular one plays out. But don't forget, we're coming into the weekend with notoriously light volume. Either side could move the market in uncharacteristic ways. And you might like to look back to the variety of weekends and see how does it actually influence the price over the weekend. If the shorts, for example, made a rally up, what would that do potentially to price if we had something like last weekend or the weekend before? What did we notice there? Or the weekend before, what did we notice there on Saturday? And what about on Sunday? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is all part of your active learning, and active learning will take you to where you want to go to, because only knowledge can yield the result. Looking at liquidations across the past 24 hours, we can see 206.56 million across 61,324 positions, and across the past 24 hours, 61% of total liquidations have been long liquidations. What about the past 12 hours? Say 83% long in terms of total liquidations, and then say 61% long, and in the past hour, 86% long. The longs are getting whacked by the shorts, and we've seen the shorts come in more and more to the market and starting to curl around and starting to get more confident. And what did we see in the last trading session? More longs got liquidated than shorts, but longs and shorts are always getting liquidated. If you go long and short, you can get liquidated out of the market as well. We can see over the past 24 hours, total value locked in DeFi is up 0.26% to 86.29 billion. What about the greatest gainers in the past 24 hours? Bitcoin Gold up there in front, 13.1%, EOS nearly 10%, Kasama a little over 8%, NEO nearly 6.5%, TWT Trust Wallet Token about 5.63%, and QTUM 3.6% up. What about the greatest losers in the past 24 hours? Rune down 11.3%, Synthetics 9.3% down, Matic about 6.76% down, ICP 6.75% down, Loopring 6.7% down, and Arweave 6.5% down. Over the past couple of episodes, we've talked about patience, and patience is really important. You don't always have to be borsogging. You can chill out, just relax, and let price come to you. That is a way of doing it, and you can let the market sort itself out, shake itself off, and get in a specific direction. You can also do that, but that requires patience, and patience creates payment. Enhancing your pattern recognition is really important, and we can see Bitcoin's pattern just playing out here. That's in the blue line on each of these alt charts. And what we actually seek to do is seek to understand how Bitcoin's gravity impacts a specific beloved alt. And when you actually have a look at Ethereum has absolutely pole vaulted away from Bitcoin's gravity. And this is good to know, because you always want to get on the side of strong alts, because that's where the BORSOG return is. And if we have a look at this particular pattern playing out on Ethereum, for example, you can see Ethereum, these two mounds here, this high and this high, just crossing like that. You can see with Bitcoin outperformed Ethereum in terms of this high becoming higher. But this high, look where it is. You can see this high on Ethereum is nearly at this point, which would mean Bitcoin should be trading at about, if it was Ethereum, should be trading at around 27,500. So that's not the case. So you can see just how powerful Ethereum is relative to Bitcoin at the moment. And when we look at Binance Coin, we can see Binance Coin following Bitcoin's gravity, XRP following Bitcoin's gravity as well. We can see ADA following Bitcoin's gravity, but it's a little bit weaker, and ADA has been weak for some time, just like DOT, unfortunately. And Solana showing a lot of strength here, but still following Bitcoin's gravity. and Doge following Bitcoin's gravity, these directional correlations up and down, and of course DOT following Bitcoin's gravity as well. From the comments yesterday, I'd just like to reach out and thank Darren. Thanks so much, Darren, for your kind comment. BORSOG has totally changed the way I think about crypto. Thank you, Ken. I can sleep at night knowing at least something truly positive. Opportunities do reset daily. I started as a FOMO, fear of missing out, and learned so much and make small profits. Fantastic, Darren. I'm so happy for you, my friend. And thank you also, Jake. Jake says, I've been trying to spread the knowledge of BORSOG and the opportunity of crypto to my family, friends, and co-workers. Basically everyone. No one is willing to try. Maybe we are still super early. I think, Jake, that's very, very true. We are super early, but also the media absolutely terrifies people. And it terrifies people in the stock market. It's not just confined to crypto, but if we had a different media that was actually pointing out the opportunities, the blessings that are there, we'd have a different world. But our media is unfortunately incredibly negative. Naughty media. I'd like to thank everybody who did comments in yesterday's videos, and of course in all of the videos. You're just amazing people, and there's so many incredibly insightful comments in each and every one of those videos. And Austin, and something to call out here as well. Austin says, I was writing a comment, the video ended and the comment got deleted. What I actually do these days, if I'm going to write any comment for anything, I just basically write it in a Word document. I'm on a PC, and that actually helps, and then I just paste it in and send it. So I never lose anything. That could be a really, really good way to go. And what Austin is referring to, as the video plays, he was doing a comment and the video finished and swapped to another video. So of course the page got reloaded to that next video's page. And so the comment was deleted. That's a real gotcha. That happens to so many people and it's so frustrating. My heart goes out to you, Austin. And Austin said something really beautiful. Patience, CTKS word of the week. And this is the fantastic thing. I'm learning I have to protect my patience, learn what affects it, and try to improve. Me personally, if I look at a lot of news or other YouTubers, it doesn't help. It could lead to a rash decision. So now I'm asking myself, am I making this decision on emotion? Brilliant. Or probabilistic fearlessness? Even more brilliant. Win or learn, I'll make the best decision I'm capable of at the moment. I think that's just brilliant, Austin. And this is the caliber of comment that we get in the comments all the time. I just wish I could read them all out, but I get a little bit constrained for time because I don't want to make the video too long. And the secret answer, no pain, no gain. Well done, my friends, you rock. Let's have a look at the community favorites. We can see synthetics doing really, really well, but still moving in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity. What about CRO, moving in alignment? We can see Secret Network has taken a bit of a hit recently, and that's what is always happening with cryptos, especially the really spiky ones. We have to really manage our risk. Now, how do we do that? If things aren't working out the way that you want, it's no problem to take at a very, very small profit. And if things are really going against you and you feel really bad about the trade, you can take a loss. But I always subscribe. The time that I became truly profitable in my trading and investing was when I refused to take losses. Now, that doesn't mean I was dumb or silly or anything like that. I don't use leverage, so I can afford to hold on. And I do have resources so I could afford to actually buy in. And when we look at how we do our buying, we always do layers and levels down. So that always creates a bit of free cash to float around. But when you BORSOG more and more and more, you're going to get a real feeling for these particular cryptos. And it can be very, very helpful. Let's have a look at Nexo. Nexo, big spike up. Sell spike, These are things that you want to sell, not buy, and then just came down. It's kind of like an inverse capitulation. Just be aware of that. When we get very heightened sell-offs, they generally hammer in a short-term bottom and then things rally. This can be the absolute opposite of that. That's why you need to keep that in mind. EGLD, doing well. Actually, this is quite an interesting pattern. And when we look at IOTA, IOTA is also doing really well. When you zoom in, you can see Bitcoin's gravity basically pulled it down and then pushed it up. But look at how IOTA has more strength there. It came up from there to there, where Bitcoin was coming down, like about halfway there. Well done, IOTA. And I know there's a lot of IOTA fans, so you'll be very happy with that. What about Steam? Steam is looking pretty interesting. What about TWT? That is indeed looking interesting. Just as part of your active learning, I'd like you to keep your eye on this particular line, the line that we discussed previously. It's always possible that price could come back and retest this line. If it fails and drops down, know what you will do if that is the case. If it comes up, retest this line and then turns it to support and rallies up, hey, this is crypto. That is also a likely possibility. Know what you will do then. But please realize that we're under resistance at the moment. Just have your ANF strategy, your traffic light strategy active, because you control the trade or investment and your portfolio, but the market controls the returns. And you can always get in later. There's no closed doors or anything like that in crypto. Market opportunities reset every single day. So don't feel bad about any decision that you make. Always be fluid like water. Just deal with the market on its terms, not yours, and you'll do really, really well. Long-time viewers of the channel know why I started the channel and what I seek to do each and every day, 7 days a week. And it's realistically to get you away from this retail roller coaster of emotion. It's a very, very harsh thing to live through. Please let me know in the comments. How is that going? Are you finding that you're moving away from this roller coaster of emotion into the smart money mindset, which is zone 3 and zone 4, away from zone 1 and zone 2? Or have you found that things are keeping you in zone 1 and zone 2? And it's really good to discuss those things, because together we've got a way to help you get out of those. Because zone 1 and zone 2 are the lose money rule zones, and zone 3 and zone 4 are the make money rule zones. So whatever we can do to help anyone, we're there as a global family. And because of your dedication and commitment to get up to this point, if you're interested in doing the masterclass, please reach out to me directly on Twitter. I have a number of partial scholarships that I'll be putting out into the community, so please let me know if you're interested. And also, something that could really help fellow community members out is to maybe discuss about how you've let a past painful story or past loss or past grief go. This is really important. As we grow older, we suffer increasing losses and increasing grief. And this is just part and parcel of the human condition. That's just what happens. But letting those painful stories go, and they can be very, very painful, is a way to live a good life. And life passes so quickly, and living fully is so important. If you found a structure, a method that really helped you to let go of a painful story, please let us know in the comments. And of course, when we look at the crypto market like this, we're not like other people. We just look at it and say, where's the opportunity? You can see that the crypto market is painting a painful story for many people. What we do right now is throw that painful story, those red prices, in the bin, and we say, wow, we're like going shopping. This is a good thing. But of course, we're intelligent on how we do that. If you're interested in knowing more about the partial scholarship, please directly message me on Twitter. You'll find the link to Twitter in the description of this video. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.